Episode 7, Week 7 Energy Usage. The weather this week has been windy, sunshine, raining, so we've had a real mixture of weather this week. Also had negative prices on the Octopus Agile Tariff. Moving on quickly to the mileage on the car, we're up to 2,880 miles on the car, and we'll put that in the purple columns as normal. We've done 133 miles for the week and 1,019 total for the year. Moving on to the generation, we're now up to 29,155 kilowatt hours on the generation meter, which is 31 kilowatt hours for the week and a total of 166 so far for the year. The energi solar diverter, we're up to 23 kilowatt hours for the year and 10 kilowatt hours for the month. And we've imported 435 kilowatt hours for the week, and that's now over 3,000 kilowatt hours for the year so far. The Tesla powerwall information says we pulled 444 kilowatt hours for this week, 98.8 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall. The solar contribution was 31.2 kilowatt hours and the home usage was 462 kilowatt hours. So that's a difference of 18 kilowatt hours for what the home usage was from what we pulled from the grid. Moving on to the daily totals. On Monday, we pulled 64.3 kilowatt hours from the grid with 0.1 going back. 15.7 kilowatt hours came from the Powerwall, which was the most for the week, but only 2.8 kilowatt hours of solar, and the home usage was 66.6 kilowatt hours. On Tuesday, we pulled 65.1 kilowatt hours from the grid, with 0.2 going back. 14.3 kilowatt hours came from the Powerwall. A little bit more solar on Tuesday of 5.7 kilowatt hours, and the home usage was 68.9 kilowatt hours. Wednesday, we only pulled 57 kilowatt hours from the grid, which was the least for the week, but the energy on Wednesday was quite expensive, so I probably made some alterations of what we did and how we used electricity on Wednesday. 0.2 kilowatt hours went back to the grid, with 14.1 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall, and we generated 10.1 kilowatt hours of solar, which was the most for the week, and the home usage was 65 kilowatt hours for the week. On Thursday, we pulled 60.2 kilowatt hours from the grid, with 0.2 kilowatt hours going back. 13.4 kilowatt hours from the Powerwall, only 4.1 kilowatt hours generated from the solar, and the home usage was 62.2 kilowatt hours. On Friday, we pulled 65.1 kilowatt hours from the grid and nothing went back. 15.2 kilowatt hours came from the Powerwall, only 2 kilowatt hours from the solar, so that was a very rainy day, and the home usage was 65 kilowatt hours. On Saturday morning, the prices of electricity was very cheap, almost negative, so we did some heavy charging of the car and things like that. But 66.3 kilowatt hours was drawn from the grid. Nothing went back. 13.3 from the Powerwall. Only 1.8 kilowatts generated from the solar, which was the least of the week, with 65.3 kilowatt hours home usage. And finally, Sunday, the prices were negative on the early hours of Sunday morning, so I actually discharged some of the car, went out for a drive, so I could maximise what we could do in the free energy time. But we used 66.4 kilowatt hours from the grid, nothing went back. 12.7 came from the Powerwall, 4.7 kilowatt hours from the solar, and the whole home usage was 69.8 kilowatt hours. I will get another week costings of week 3 costings later in the week. I'll get a video up for that. And finally, the gas usage. We used £1.47 worth of gas this week, hardly anything. It really is a waste of time having a gas hob, but the wife wants that. Again, thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions or comments, please put them in the notes below, and please like and subscribe.